95% of the time when I'm using a syringe in an analyt lab, I'm using either a 10 microliter syringe with a sharp needle or a 25 microliter syringe with a blunt needle. Either way, after a sample is exposed to the syringe and the syringe is used, the syringe has to be cleaned. So we have a 10 microliter syringe, and we've done a GC injection, and now we need to clean the syringe, so we put it on the syringe washer, put a couple of drops of solvent on the flange by the plunger, slowly pull out the plunger, that sucks the solvent back down, washing the syringe, right. You add some more, washing the tip of the plunger. Now we can finish adding about a ml of solvent, and it's back washing through the syringe. Source of vacuum in this case is a water aspirator that has a trap, additional trap on it. So, 10 microliter syringe washed with over a ml of water. That's well over 50 syringe volumes of cleaning. Right. You pull it out. You hear the little pop as we're releasing the vacuum. Alright, so that's a 10 microliter syringe. Suppose we have a HPLC syringe. Alright, 25 microliter blunt tip. Insert it, a couple of drops on the back end. Alright, since this is a gas type syringe, it's a little bit more sticky. Alright, slowly pull it out. Alright, wash the tip at the same time while introducing washing solvent to the syringe barrel. Alright, tip is nice and clean, multiple washings. Alright, and there's our mill, it's done. If you're really persnickety, alright, we add the plunger here. If you say, well, what about the needle? No problem. Take half a ml of solvent. And it's water. Additional items besides the syringe that you will need for cleaning your syringe obviously are the solvent, suitable solvent. At 95% ethanol is nice and clean, methanol, acetonitrile. 2 cc syringe is my favorite with a long needle. You suck up your solvent into the syringe, and then that keeps it nice. That's much cleaner than a squeeze bottle. A suitable vacuum source. You can use either a small vacuum pump or a water aspirator with a trap. And don't forget your suitable personal protective equipment, gloves, eye protection. My syringe washer is housed in a hood normally. The advantage of this syringe washer that I've used for decades are the parts are inexpensive, the performance is top-notch. 2 ml of solvent yields 25 to over 100 syringe volumes of cleaning, depending upon the size of the syringe. It's robust, it's quick, it's easy, it does a great job, and yeah, eventually the rubber parts have to be replaced, but for a couple of bucks a decade, it's excellent. So let me outline the rest of this syringe washer video. So a demonstration of the 2 different sizes of syringe being cleaned was before this. Then there's a disclaimer notice just to make sure that everybody's on the same page and nobody gets misled. Description of parts and assembly for making one, and then testing that assembled syringe washer just to show you that, hey, this thing works. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. Due to time constraints, later on people may view this video as incomplete. My apologies. I've been trying to keep it from being excessively long. The creators of this video make no warranties, either express or implied, nor any guarantees for any actions that other people may engage in or as the result of viewing this video. This video is a description of actions and changes that were conducted by some of the creators of this video. Creators of this video accept no liability nor responsibility for any activities or consequences prompted by this video. This video does not indemnify any individuals, organization, or group. Any action or actions that you perform after viewing or as a result of this video are entirely at your own risk. Do not disable any inherent safety features. Please take all suitable precautions when working with the glassware and needles. Please obey all relevant rules, regulations, and laws when dealing with samples and chemicals, solvents, chemical samples, etc. Here are the critical parts for our syringe washer. We have a 150 millimeter glass Pasteur pipette. We have a 2 centimeter length of rubber tubing, 1/4 inch ID, 3/8 inch OD, and we have a heavier duty rubber bulb, which we're going to cut right about here, and then you'll see as we assemble this why we have to cut the end off of here. And then it's going to be inserted into, we have a filter flask with the rubber stopper with a hole in it. When looking for suitable rubber bulbs, these run about 50 cents a piece in the US. Do not be tempted to use these latex ones. This end here where the syringe sits, it's too narrow. It will not work properly. So what we want to do is cut the end off of this rubber bulb. Voila. Next we want to assemble the parts. So Pasteur pipette, rubber tubing. Alright, be careful, you're working with glass tubing here, so just slide the rubber tubing over the end. Alright, remember, glass, be careful. Alright, now we have this end here. That slips on over this. And we have our assembly. Next we want to take our assembly and put it in the rubber stopper. Okay. When assembling it, the end of the pipette is just about, you can just make it out there. You want the end of the Pasteur pipette to be low where the vacuum connection is into the flask. So let's see if our syringe washer works. The flask and rubber stopper are 30 years old, so they do have some schmutz on them. Alright, so we have our syringe. Stick it in there. Alright, let's back it off a little bit so you can see. Alright, syringe. Alright. Let's get some washing solvent. And since we have suction in the flask, look, we can pull the plunger out, and we can add the solvent, and it's making its... Alright. One of the advantages, you can keep the tip by the hole, by the bore hole, and wash the tip at the same time. Alright. An advantage of this design is you can see if the syringe needle is plugged. So let's add some solvent and see if we can capture on the video the solvent whooshing by. Alright. And you can see it streaking, hopefully. Alright, nice and clean. And then upon removal, have a chem wipe, wipe the needle a couple of times, and now you have a nice, clean, very clean syringe.